Yes, Stuart, I have I have a question.
Yes.
Um, Last weekend, I had a strong headache in the back of my head, some kind of pressuring pain. Um, it felt clearly related to energy vibration level. Um, I tried different things to see what I could do with it, but I want to ask you what are the possibilities?
Luke, you've grown so much since you first started these classes. Energy is now moving into the crown chakra, and the power of the energy is, opening the crown chakra. There's going to be some pain. There's the resistance. That's one aspect of the pain. The change that will take place in your life, resistance to that change. And the fact that there was that pain there is telling me, the energy is moving up the spine to the crown chakra. The pain will go away as the crown chakra opens. That'll be a pathway for your soul to connect with higher energy in the universe. There's nothing you can do except relax, let the universe do its job.
Okay.
It wants you to grow. It wants you to have a spiritual life.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? And it will do its job. And if you fight it, if you resist it, oh my God, I got a pain. You know, I mean, I remember how many times in my own life this third eye area expands and there's a lot of pain. It's almost like the bones are moving inside you and to make room for the Shakti to truly take you to a higher level in your spiritual development. So there's going to be a little pain, relax. I learned that there are much higher forces than me. And if I keep doing my inner work, they're going to work on me. They're like cosmic physicians. They come down and they operate on you.
Mm-hmm.
And the operations that they perform open chakra system, get rid of blocks. And sometimes there's pain involved. Let them do their job, relax. And a good thing to do is just open your heart. Because if your heart is open, a lot of that tension and resistance is going to flow down. And, and it'll be a way of relieving it, of relieving the pain. So what you described is not a negative thing. It's a very positive thing.
Yeah,
You
I
got,
felt so, but it was a bit difficult sometimes. I tried uh, focusing below the navel uh, to transform it or something, but it only worked as long as I focused there.
well, then stay focused.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the training here. Stay focused there.
yeah.
And even just as important, open your heart.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just as important.
That's
Because
what I experienced yesterday in the afternoon, and since then the pain is gone.
open your heart. That'll make
Okay.
room for all of that pain and that the stuff. It'll have room to flow down. And that will also open the hara, the foundation, the core in you. The chi will open.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? I mean, when I was a young student with Rudy, we used to talk about, he'd have operations in his forehead and the pain was extraordinary. He once went to a hospital. It was so painful. and discovered that all it was were these higher physicians, these cosmic energies that had come down to open him. And when he discovered that, he just relaxed and let them do their job, And then the same kind of things started happening to me. And thank God I had this amazing teacher who told me what was going to happen. And I just try to relax and let these cosmic physicians come and do their job. These higher energies, let them come and do their job. And if there's some pain, so what? There's much more pain if you don't open. Much more. You finally get these things open, a lot of that pain just disappears. Does anybody else have a question they would like to ask? I mean, I'll never forget, when I was living in Texas, I called Rudy one day and he said, Stuart, you'll never believe what is happening to me. Talking about himself. How my head is expanding and growing. And then he started telling me about all the pain he went through of this transition. And I had a plan to make a trip to New York. And I'll never forget, I got off the plane. He met me at the airport, which was really a rare thing, a great honor, you know. And he met me at the airport, and I could not take my eyes off his head. It was just something unbelievable that had taken place inside him. The energy was so powerful. The Shakti was so strong. So he kept saying, "Stop looking at my head." I said, "Impossible, Rudy. It's not the same head I remember." you know. Anyway, but I'll never forget that how much he had changed in between the 6 months I'd seen him. And then he also described what he went through, these physicians and the operations they were doing and the pain and bones moving in his head. I mean, it was unbelievable. But the results were astonishing. I mean, the results inspired me to never stop doing this work. Didn't matter how much pain there was, difficult it was, what I had to go through. It really inspired me. I said, my God. Does anyone else have a question you'd like to ask?
Stuart, this is Hallie.
Yes, Hallie.
So I've noticed for the past few years, energy in the back of my heart. I always feel it in the back, but never in the front. And I remember a couple of classes ago, you had mentioned that you saw a couple of chakras and specifically the heart that I need to open it. Obviously, I'm not really feeling much on the front, but that's somewhat odd, don't you think? I mean, that I'm just feeling it in the back and not the front.
Holly, Holly, you get to learn after you do this work long enough, nothing is odd.
Yeah, that's true. Good.
Nothing is odd.
Uh,
Look, the energy is moving through you. You might not feel it flowing down, but it is. It's flowing. And in time, the heart chakra will open, the mind will get quiet, you'll get centered, and you'll begin to feel that energy flow. But it's obviously flowing and it's moving through the sex to the base of the spine, coming up. And what you feel in the top of your head is the Kundalini rising. That means the Kundalini is working for you. And it doesn't matter if you don't feel it, it's working for you. So how to make it work even more is just open your heart, get yourself centered inside, work with it. Understand, do the exercise. Every time you sit down, Do the exercise, get centered, get the training to keep your attention below the navel. Learn, how important gratitude is, for your life, for your spiritual life, for the food you eat, for the people in your life, your parents, whatever relationships you're having. It's all there to teach us gratitude. All of that helps the energy to flow and makes it possible for us to feel the energy as it's moving through our system. We get more refined and more sensitive. And life itself teaches us this. You walk around pissed off at life all the time, you're not going to feel anything but pissed off at life. Yeah. I'm not saying that's your problem, but it's the problem with a lot of people, And that's where the training comes in, that I cannot, say enough. That training is so important to be able to stay centered, to be able to keep the heart open. And then you are assisting the Shakti, the force, to flow through your system. You're opening up the highway, for it to flow, and it'll flow. It flows. But it needs that's your, I hate to say it in biblical terms, but it's your covenant with God. Do the work.
Yeah.
Don't do the work, then you're not, you understand, fulfilling what your purpose is here. Especially if you have begun to find out that all of this is possible. Ignorance, all right, people don't know, you can't blame them. They're not ready for it. But if you find out that this is possible and then you don't do the work, you're not fulfilling your purpose in the world. So what you're feeling on the top of your head is Kundalini rising. It's the energy. But now you have to help it along by opening the rest of your system. Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask? I'll repeat it again. It's one thing to be ignorant. Look, there are 7,900,000,000 people or more in this world. They're just ignorant. They don't know about inner work and spiritual practice. And they know about dogma. They know about all kinds of stuff like that. But if you happen to be initiated into a deep spirit, whether it's what I do or somebody else does, I'm not saying I'm the only one, you have to do it. You have to work at it. It's a blessing. It's one of the greatest blessings given on earth, because it gives you the tools to be able to live here and be happy and function and become more human and, enjoy your life. And at the same time, how to get free of it all.
Stuart?
Yes.
I'm Flora. Do you see me? I feel my life is much better now. And when I have to take a decision or do something, the answers is coming and I do right things. But I wasn't here with you third time, last third time, and I felt something in my chest. I couldn't breathe. I don't know if I am very sick or but I'm feeling much better now after I did meditation now. But I'm a bit worried.
All you're feeling is tension, Laura.
Okay.
It's just tension. It's years and years of tension that you have to learn to turn around, and transform it into positive energy. That's all you're feeling.
Okay.
And it's old habits, you're so used to falling into those habits that they come back again and again until you get strong enough to get free of them.
Mm.
And you're right, you're doing better. I wish you would have stopped right there. I'm doing better. Thank you, Stu.
Thank you. Yes, my economy is better, you know.
Yeah, you are better. So you should have said,
And
I'm
God,
better, Stuart. Thank you. And I will
yes.
go through all the rest of the crap. Okay?
Yeah. I want to tell to rest here because I'm really very happy now. You know, my economic
All right, let's stop
money.
here. Okay, let's stop here. I'm very happy now. Okay. And things will come up, and I will, because I am much more happy now, I will work through them. Okay. I don't want to
Okay.
go back to the way I was. Okay. How's that?
It's very good. Very
Okay.
good.
Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, there'll be a meditation on Thursday. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank
And again, I took a day off. It was very important. I needed to absorb so much of this work. And I had a few other things I had to do also. And I'm back here with all of you who are so precious and dear to me. And you really all live in my heart. And I couldn't be more grateful for that, you know? You're making me work on myself, and I have to work on myself. I haven't arrived yet, you know, and I will admit that before every one of you and also in front of God. I haven't arrived yet. I have to continue growing. And I hope I can do that to the moment that I leave the earth, you know. So God bless you all. Thank you.
We love you too. We love you too, and God bless you
Stuart.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stuart.
Yes, thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.